now.
That's why I didn't use that, because the edge isn't painful in BlazBlue. It's the community that makes it painful.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. I thought you were making a joke of I want more than just edge pieces. Like you want more from the characters and the story than just edginess.
Oh, no, I want the story to make sense. I want the puzzle to make sense instead of me staring at this trying to do fucking non-Euclidean math to solve it.
Non-Euclidean math. No, see, clearly what you need to do is you need to introduce intersectional feminist quantum physics and solve it using that method. Because
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie.
that's an
BlazBlue was my...
actual thing now, by the way.
Of course it is. But yeah, no, BlazBlue was what got me interested in quantum theory and the stuff that goes with it, including multiverse, multi-timeline, and all that.
Oh, like
And
how
the more I hear
plants are
about
fucking bullshit?
and the more I hear about quantum theory, the more I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Clearly, humans are stupid, and our idea of physics is so flawed that even nature is like, fuck you.
Yeah, no, fuck
Nature,
plants, dude. Fuck
nature
plants.
goes out of its way to say, fuck you, humans. I go by my own rules.
Yeah. Yeah. You know about
Well,
that, Atin?
nature's a dick.
Oh, hey, Calvin. Thanks for joining us
Oh,
already.
hey, Calvin.
Oh,
Calvin's here. Have...
fucking! I didn't know we were live.
Yeah, no, I was using our little conversation to make sure all the audio
Tell
was...
me we were live.
You just sitting there jacking off furiously?
Oh, boy.
No, no. Why is that even? No. Oh, God, no.
Well, I don't know about the other two, but I'm
do
doing
that
good,
alone
Calvin.
at 3:34 a.m. in the morning in my neighbor's sprinkler in a Batman costume, like a normal person.
That's very specific.
America! Why not?
It's an Imgur joke.
Yeah, no.
Max.
It is indeed an Imgur joke.
That's still very specific.
Okay,
Don't
let's
ask
see.
me why that joke started, but it did.
I'm not asking. I don't want to know.
No, like I'm just saying, like I can't tell you why. As to what the joke, it's. I think. It's
All right,
from the
so
Dark Knight.
okay, Calvin, how does our audio sound, Calvin? Because it sounds fine on my end, but I'm biased, and you know
Death.
that too. But I'm biased.
All right, I have to see this.
So yeah, basically, fuck quantum theory.
Yeah.
Getting tired of having to go back to the fucking drawing board.
While I'm gonna go fill up my water, I'm gonna lay some quantum physics on y'all. So apparently, fucking plants use fuck.
How the hell?
Ah!
Sneaky.
Sneaky, what did you just do?
Fuck!
What'd you just do?
Did you cut your dick while masturbating?
No, I just slammed my toe into the fucking wall and then dropped my giant ass mug on it. Ah!
No, it's just...
Here, Sneaky, have a clip of Wagga killing a spirit breaker across the map as Razor.
Oh.
Jesus fucking ow! As I was saying previously...
I think you were saying previously, ow, Jesus fuck, ow, previously.
Anyway, as I was saying previously, plants use quantum physics to space the chlorophyll inside their cells out while at the same time being compact.
Listen, I don't know what you said, but I need you to stop saying words and give us some trash fan fiction before everybody gets bored.
Alright, well, let me get some water, and let me do the intro, and then, fucking jeez, maybe take some Advil while I'm fucking at it.
Sneaky, there's only one way to fix this, just toe off.
Clearly, I just need to, just need to chop the whole
Mate,
thing off.
Listen, mate, you're in the South, that's how we deal with our pain. Don't ask me how I play fighting games with nubs. I don't want to get into that.
I thought the South dealt with their pain with whiskey.
See, I just use duct tape and paper towels.
You pour the whiskey on the wound, then just slice it off.
Oh no, I thought you just poured the whiskey down your throat and forgot about it, like that night with your cousin.
No, we need hard. That's what the moonshine is for.
Ah.
The moonshine. There was a thriving moonshine business back in New Jersey.
There was a thriving
That's-
everything back in New Jersey.
that's
except
still
the
my
education
favorite-
system.
Like of all the quote unquote sports origins I've heard, NASCAR will forever remain my favorite. So how'd you guys come up with NASCAR? Oh, moonshine runners. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just made it a sport after it, became legalized. Oh. Oh, another great thing. There I think on my dad's side of the family, all South, by the way, after my great great grandparents moved over.
Mm-hmm.
At a family reunion, we had a KKK member, a moonshine runner, and a sheriff, all in the
Cool.
same space, and
Were they
none
all
of them
related?
knew.
I was gonna say, yeah, was it all the same
I
person?
think the clan member and the moonshine runner knew the sheriff. The sheriff didn't know what they did though.
Of
I'm
course.
just like, oh boy, living in the South between the 20s and 90s would have been a very interesting time.
Oh, Jesus. Because Taurid asteroids might be too big for us. Yeah, no, I heard about that. You know what else I've heard about? I've heard about the polar blares. Damn. I am
Polar
off to
Blair-
a good start.
Is that some kind of new Blair Witch Project movie?
Yes, the Polar Blair Witch Project. It's where they go to Antarctica and discover that the polar bears are actually all witches in disguise and are secretly melting the ice caps to flood the world.
Sneaky, you joke. I want that to be a sci-fi budget film now. Just
Oh, that would be so budget.
Oh,
That would,
no.
that,
Who
the budget
who
for
are the
that
assholes who make Sharknado? Asylum?
Yes.
Can we get
Yeah,
that Asylum? Okay, hey, I'm gonna go see if Asylum has
I'll
a
go sell my film idea to Asylum. Anyway. Yes, sexy
no,
witches in Inuit
no,
cosplay.
Bat and Calvin. Good
Boom.
idea, but no.
We're selling it. Copyrighted, sold.
TM, patent pending.
Indeed. Alright.
Let's get on with this.
Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm your host, Sneaky Devil, and this is Fanfiction Mock Theater 9000, where we sit down and make fun of some fucking awful fanfiction and sometimes find gems along the way. Now, since it is Tuesday today,
God, what the fuck is this?
boom, you know it, Calvin.
Did you go to Asylum's website, Max?
I did, and the first thing that greeted me was a horrible CG troll face.
Yeah,
Why would
that
you go
sounds
there?
like Asylum. Anyway,
Here, you
so
guys
because
look
it's
at this,
Tuesday,
too.
we will be covering Previously Seen. Last time on Fanfiction Mock Theater 9000. Previously Seen fanfictions that we have covered. So that will be today. It will be a Rosario plus Vampire plus Undertale crossover in which the main character is a self-insert OC who for some reason dresses like Sans, has all of Sans' powers, and knew Sans, Chara, Frisk, and
Why are we covering this?
so it's Sans,
Oh.
Chara, Frisk, and Sakune, all from his childhood, apparently.
No.
Why? We're supposed to
Thor.
look at good things. I refuse to believe that this is good.
It's not good, but it's hilariously awful, so me and Max were like,
Okay.
yeah, let's keep going with it.
I mean,
Here's the
Calvin,
thing, though. It's also not complete shit.
Yeah, no,
so
like,
it's
that's
not
the other
that
thing, though, is
going
its
for it.
grammar and spelling and its plot are all, like, not complete train wrecks.
Okay, Asylum is located in California. I bet I could get them on the phone if I called.
I mean,
Jesus
you
fucking
could,
Christ,
but
you
why
probably
would you
could.
anyway? And Calvin, again, we don't, strictly speaking, have a problem with
500
self-inserts.
mile per
After all,
hour
Max and I are
storm.
writing a story with self-inserts.
Yeah.
However, this... Because the
Oh!
problem with lots of self-inserts, they're like,
Oh my
hey,
God.
let's take me, but make me really, really awesome and have no flaws whatsoever.
Yeah,
In
that
our
is
case-
that is the main problem I do typically have with self-inserts, is
I'm
that,
enjoying this.
why did you do this, Discord?
What the
our
Discord
self-insert-
do?
Oh, what does Discord?
I'm looking at my voice settings, it's like, Mike, 3%. Fuck off, Discord!
Okay, then.
But yeah, like we're writing self-inserts, and we're like, no, we're fat, we're out of shape, We have no appreciable combat skills. We have to sell ourselves off as almighty oracles that knows everything is going to happen or we will die.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You
Oh
know,
my
the key. Oh, geez, fucking Comcast. Are you? Hold on a second.
Everything's
Comcast,
fine as
stop.
far as I can see.
Hold on. I have a mining
Oh,
application going on in
God.
the background, so hold on. Let me just.
Wait, what? Faith films.
Oh, you don't know about Faith Films, boy?
I do now.
Listen,
Oh my god.
they're a part of our religion that I would rather not continue being there.
I'm sorry. You want to run that by me again?
What?
Atin, Asylum in their store, they also sell Faith film movies.
Wait, Asylum and Faith Films partnered?
This I have to see.
Oh my
This
god,
I have
I
got to
think
see.
they did.
This is a complete derailment, but we're mocking shit anyway.
Here,
Trollland.
It's a partial derailment.
Here, I'll just link you right to the store page. And there are two categories:
idiot
Asylum
stew?
and Faith.
What would you call an idiot stew, Calvin?
I mean, you could make an anti-stew, but I don't know about an idiot stew.
Faith Films.
When a fan,
I've seen anti-stews before.
at
And they're fucking
40
train
Days
wrecks.
and Nights from Asylum Films, when a colossal tectonic shift causes the sea levels to start rising, a microbiologist gathers the DNA of as many species as she can, while the military creates an ark in a desperate attempt to preserve life.
No, listen. You want something good? Go watch Sunday School Musical. I'm kidding. Don't watch this. This is fucking trash. Don't watch it.
Oh my god.
Countdown Jerusalem. A journalist searches for his daughter as a series of catastrophic disasters push to destabilize society into global war. So it's taken if Liam Neeson ignited World War III. Got it.
Sure.
Is this
So
supposed to be a
good, but
ripoff of the
extremely
Left
concrete,
Behind
like Cal.
series?
That's not really
Maybe?
like an idiot stew. That's more just like an idiot savant.
Sunday School Musical. Okay, someone was trying very hard to bank off of High School Musical.
Oh yeah, no, Max, watch the trailer. It is
Evil.
Okay.
Based on the classic legend of a cynical journalist.
While
who
you
discovers
guys
the power of
go
faith to
derail this stream, I'm gonna actually answer questions that are valid and have places inside writing and fanfiction.
You're talking about idiot savants. Don't give me that. I've been paying attention to what you're saying. Fucking trying to pass yourself off as productive. That's a lie.
So I would say idiot stews would be more in the realms of, say, Atin here in the story that he's currently writing with Max. Responding isn't that great. Self-plug, check it out. It's under Devil Force Fanfiction in the links below. The doobly-doos, as they're called, as by many people. Self-insert Ruby Fanfiction. They are as they are. They don't have any special powers, as he said. They don't have anything besides the fact that they'll respawn after 1 hour, regardless of their injuries, including death.
That's it. That's the
It would be like taking him and then, like, at some point in the story, having Atin be like, "Oh, well, gee, I know exactly how to create a nuclear missile to launch at Cinder and then win the game."
I don't have that.
That
knowledge.
would be
If
an
I
idiot
did,
stew.
I would be on many watch
In
lists.
my opinion, that would be an idiot stew, because there's no reason for him to know that information, and he proves to be mostly incompetent throughout the entire story,
Exactly.
and so there's no reason for him to suddenly come up with something that saves the day. An idiot savant, I would put more in. I guess you could say Calvin is an idiot savant. Savant's someone who is highly capable at something. Idiot savants uses a term for, say, someone who has negative social skills, like absolutely doesn't understand how to interact with other human beings, but is capable of writing Mozart, higher tier than Mozart level music at the age of 8.
Sneaky. The specific example of an idiot savant is a person who is considered to be mentally handicapped but displays brilliance in a specific area.
That's what I just said.
Kind of. It's not that they have. It's not that just because someone has negative social skills.
No, I rephrased it to
Okay.
incapable interacting with people.
I mean, yes, that is part of it, but it goes beyond that. It is someone who has a mental deficiency, but it's like, oh, like, look.
No, I Sherlock and House would be more along the just a normal savant line.
What the Apparently there's going to be Sharknado 5. When the fuck did 3 and 4 happen?
When the fuck did 2 happen?
2 happened with Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was good.
You know what? I don't need to think about that. Anyway, no, Calvin, House is he's a brilliant doctor. He's just an asshole.
No, I would put him more in line with sociopath.
Okay, sociopath. Sure. Point is, he's a dick. Sherlock is a
savant. He's just
Sherlock is a
savant.
He is a genius. He is, without question, a genius. He's, probably along the lines of a functioning autist, too, because he routinely does not understand or does not care about social norms.
Right state of mind. Are you telling us you do drugs, Calvin?
If he does, we probably shouldn't have that on stream.
Oh, well, it's too late for that.
It doesn't matter to us.
Anyway, so to actually get back to the topic of productivity and not talking about asylum films. Or how many drugs Calvin does.
Okay, well, last thing. Apparently, 2007, they released a film called Alien vs. Hunter.
Yep.
Cool.
They also released, what was it? Transmorphers.
Yeah,
I saw... No, I didn't see Transmorphers. I saw Atlantic Rim.
Yeah.
Atlantic Rim.
Oh, no. Asylum Films goes out of their way to make fun of whatever popular movie is currently out.
You realize they're not making fun of it, right? They're making incredibly shitty knockoffs as a cash grab.
No, they're
it's
making
not
fun
satire.
of it.
This is not some high form of art.
No. Asylum Films is satire. Asylum Films is the Onion of the movie world.
Not really.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
No.
Asylum is best known for doing mockbusters, which don't know when the term was coined, but basically, oh hey, major motion picture. I bet we could piggyback off that really with a horrible knockoff.
Yeah.
So they're not being clever about it, as far as I'm aware.
I never called them clever.
Well, kind of was implied with the comment, but okay.
Yeah, you're attributing to them to be satirical. They're not satirical. They're just stupid.
Doctor Who.
Anyway. Dispersing the link.
Assuming direct control.
Ah, jeez.
I'm assuming direct control.
Alright, well, this is a section I'm gonna have to keep tabbed from now on.
Oh, what are you keeping tabbed and why?
Doctor Who and Ruby crossovers.
Oh yeah, no, yep,
No. Oh boy.
They...
Oh boy.
See, my main problem with Doctor Who crossovers in general, and the reason I've watched enough Doctor Who to know what I'm talking about, usually.
Sometimes.
The reason why I'm not going to be touching the Doctor Who section is they're all just bad.
Yeah, no, it's rare to find a good Doctor Who.
Part of the problem with Doctor Who is, and this is nothing against the fandom, but against people who watch the show, but a lot of the fan fiction is just really cringy self-inserts.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. Like, I've read good Doctor Who fan fiction. I've read good Doctor Who crossovers. Like, there was one
I'm not saying they're
where
a
Weeping Angel made its way into the Harry Potter universe, and it was, hunting down Harry Potter during, like, third year or something. And
Oh God, yeah.
you
Because
know,
the poor kid needs that on top of
Doctor
everything.
Who shows up, helps them defeat it. There's time shenanigans going on where they go back in time and they finally defeat it by shoving it inside the mirror or something. Whatever. It was 3
Yeah.
chapters long. It was a completed story and it was 3 chapters long. And that's how you do a Doctor Who fanfiction crossover.
It's got to
Because
be episode
that's
by
how Doctor
episode.
Who is written.
Yeah.
It's meant to be an episodic format, not a multi-book spanning episode series focusing on one group
I
of
was gonna say,
characters in one
even
world.
when they have like massive
Yeah.
plot-ending season finales, it's like, hey, this is 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Yeah.
like
We'll
even when
occasionally
they're
get
telling
2 and
these
3
big
episode
stories.
things, and
Yeah.
the great thing about the formula is everything still happens in a sequence. But I could watch this episode and usually not need to know anything from the episode before it, unless it's again part of a 2 to 3 episode arc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it. I think that's where a lot of authors fail when they're writing Doctor Who fanfiction. They're like, oh, I
Yeah.
love both of these worlds, and I want Doctor Who to be in them. The problem with Doctor
Well,
Who is that he solves the problems, and then he moves on.
yeah.
Oh, there's Daleks fucking around with the London Blitz. Stop them from doing that, and then leave.
Like,
Now he can revisit, but you can't have him stay there unless
yeah, it's
you're
extremely out of character. Like,
incredibly
I've
talented
seen,
as a
I
writer.
can't tell you how many I've seen. Like, I've tried to read them before, obviously. I can't tell you how many Doctor Who fics I've seen, and where, like, he comes in and he saves the day and he fixes whatever the problem was, and he's like, oh, yes, I'll stay around and help you win this war.
No, he wouldn't.
And it's just like,
No, theoretically he would if the war happened to be against any of his, enemies.
oh, it's not, though. It's like,
It'd be like if he stuck around and helped Harry Potter fight Voldemort. Like,
yeah.
Now,
he has
no,
beef with
no, hang on. The Doctor would do that, but he'd have to become attached to Harry, which means Harry would need to be a companion, which means another crossover of some kind to start building a relationship between the two.
Right. But Matt, what I meant was if you just take an isolated like, oh, Doctor Who's going to be in, for whatever reason, he's
No.
in the Naruto universe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the worst ones I've seen were like Mass Effect and Naruto, where it's like Doctor Who comes in and gets recruited as a companion by Shepard, and they spend several months flying throughout the galaxy, fixing little tiny wrongs, and eventually accumulating with the canon on the rails Mass Effect ending. But this time, Doctor Who
Doctor couldn't-
saves Shepard.
Okay, you could get away with that with the 10th Doctor. He's the only one who had any kind of self-control to stay in one spot of the 3 Doctors I know. The 11th could not stand to be still for more than a few minutes at a time.
Yeah.
That's another
I
big
was
thing.
gonna say,
Each
and
Doctor, while still the same man, is his own unique character.
yeah, and the earlier Doctors were much bigger on the whole. Let's not fuck with things too much.
Yeah, the 11th is my favorite.
I
Yeah.
as companions.
The
not
other
fucking
problem I
with
have
them.
with Doctor Who is specifically the number of Doctors. It's always a problem of how do you introduce which number Doctor he is without just coming out and saying, this is the 11th Doctor, this is the 12th Doctor. And then I have to sit there and go, okay, how did they act again? And, so unless I'm like a super hardcore, diehard Doctor Who fan, which I'm not, I wouldn't be able to, remember how exactly they acted. Are they being written in character? Are they being written out of character? And those sorts of things would bother me.
Well, part of it is, like, some of them do have very identifying, like, oh, bow ties are cool, or I've got a fet, like little shit like that, but, yeah, no, again, there's not a great way to just be like,
Yeah, no.
well, this is the Matt Smith, or this is
this is Tenet, yeah.
Yeah, no, like one thing I always considered was if I was ever going try and do any kind of Doctor Who fic, because I'm scared of touching that, I would just have a character start nicknaming them based off the actor's name because I'm that fucking lazy about it. Like 10th Doctor comes in, oh hey, I'm just gonna call you Davy. Why? You look like a Davy.
But that's not my name. What's that?
Does
I
it?
can't hear you, Davey.
Well, then what is your name? That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's my
knows
main
what
problem
name.
with Doctor Who and trying to read Doctor Who fan
Yeah.
fiction.
Although
It's
my biggest problem was how they ended the 11th Doctor.
yeah.
Because
We're not getting into that.
Yeah, no,
We're
we're not getting into
I
that,
I
but
know.
Doctor Who.
it
Yeah,
just
they fucking broke the
overall,
rules
Doctor
so
Who is
hard.
incredibly difficult to write fan fiction for. Was my main
Yeah.
and original
I
point.
will say, Ruby would be a good place to do it, though, because volumes 1 to 3 do take place over the course of, at minimum, 8 to 10 months, a proper school year.
That's still a
So,
very long time for most of the Doctors to stick around.
no, Sneaky.
It
In
depends.
those gaps, he would be taking his chosen companions back and forth.
That's true. I
Because,
suppose.
oh, 6 months have passed. We've been on like 10 adventures at different timelines, different worlds. Stuff like that. Like,
Okay,
Ruby
yeah,
has
no.
enough of a time gap,
See,
you could do
that's
that.
the kind of story I would accept, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
if
gotta
they
be,
were like,
it's
oh
gotta be
yeah,
written like Doctor Who.
he's gonna end up in the Rubyverse, he's gonna solve, Ruby and Weiss's argument or whatever, and
Quit being assholes.
an
Yeah.
event occurs, or he shows up during the food fight or something, and he gets endeared to the group, and he's like, okay, well, you know, summer's coming up or whatever. I don't know the timeline of Ruby.
Yeah.
Summer's
No one
coming
does.
up. You can come with me and we'll go off an adventure, or you just come with me and we'll go off an adventure and pop right here like 5 minutes later after we're done with our 10 adventures or 20 chapters or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just
Yeah.
be like, hey, do you guys wanna go get, I don't know, wanna go get some coffee? Wanna visit a planet that isn't a blasted hellscape? Those exist.
Yeah, no, the proper way to do a Doctor Who crossover, it's got to be time gaps in the story in which they go on adventures. Sometimes you'll write about those adventures, sometimes you won't, because that's another writing technique that I've seen in the show. What about this adventure? Wait, why don't we get to see that adventure? Ah, forget about that adventure. Fucking, what happened?
Yeah, I was
Off
gonna say
screen, you
that's a
bastard.
joke they do a lot, which is, hey, but what about the time that blank happened? We don't talk about blank, or I don't know what you're talking about.
Or River Song and Tennant when they were comparing diaries, event diaries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That constant well, not constant, but when it did happen, you'd be like, I
fucking
wish I knew some of those.
the
But yeah.
fucking writing that started the arc for River Song, starting with the 10th Doctor. Holy shit. That,
Hey, Sneaky, someone wants to know if they can post an Imgur link.
I mean, look, you sent me a very suspicious private message of click on this link. What is this extension? Uh, so
Look at Asgard, indeed.
yeah, I'm not gonna be party to it.
We're gonna
So
say no to the link for now.
yeah. Anyway, so back to our Rosario vampire, the Revenant.
now that we're done talking about bad and good instances of writing in film.
Yep. So this story did not get our seal of approval. That's not why we're covering it again. This story was short enough and interesting enough for us to be like, okay, well, we'll read like 2 more chapters because we kind of want to see where this is going, but at the same time, we really don't.
Yeah. Kind of like Sword Art Online's anime.
So to catch everyone up on this story, we have Rosario plus vampire, and everything's normal there. Sukune shows up, blah blah blah.
I think they're in season 2.
I believe they're in season 2.
Possibly?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
No, they
Coco
are returning.
hasn't been
So yeah, it's
mentioned
season
yet.
2 because they're returning.
Where's Coco? She was great.
Anyway, so this is also post-genocide Undertale ending, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say that's very important because that means everybody's been murdered at least once and the world's been reset.
But for some
Yep.
reason, Toriel showed up, if my memory serves correctly. Or was that the other?
Yeah.
Was that the
No, I
other
think that was
Undertale?
the other one.
That was the other.
The
That was the
other
other one.
crappy self-insert. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is actually like 7. Ow,
Oh
7
yes,
thing.
that was the 7 multi crossover.
What?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not asking questions.
Good. Yeah, no, we're
Well,
just gonna ignore that one.
Rosario
And it never
plus
existed.
vampire. How best to summarize this in as few words as possible? Monster high school, but human kid shows up. Things happen. People die. It's a harem comedy that transitions into Attack on Titan death.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. So this is post genocide. Frisk is out and about, being possessed by Chara, who's apparently also inside this school's realm.
Why the headmaster or the bus driver wouldn't deal with this? I have no idea.
I'm not quite sure why, but yeah.
Oh shit! A interdimensional murderer who respawns has shown up in my world. Gotta put a stop to that real
Better
quick.
not handle it. Yeah, and right. Let's see what else. This is the so the main character, self-insert OC, as I said previously, and he is basically dressed as Sans, has all of Sans' powers, which is implied in the title as a revenant from Irish folklore. And for some, watched the tapes that Alphys made of Frisk / Chara killing everyone in the underground, and is trying to hunt down Chara now to kill her. Yeah,
Yep.
it's... Yeah.
Oh yeah, get ready for some expo dump
There,
in this chapter 2, by the way.
well, I mean, it's only like a paragraph long, so... I was sleeping. When I woke up, I had no idea where I was. I was alive. Let me give some context. By the way, this is a terrible way to do to give info dump. I'm just gonna start narrating.
I was gonna say,
no
first of all, I
apparent
have a
reason.
problem. I have a problem with this. I was sleeping. When I woke up, I had no idea where I was. I was alive. Let me give some context.
Yeah,
No!
Gordon is alive, indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
You have 4 You have... No, you know what? I'm sorry. You have 1 actual sentence and 3 sentence fragments as the first start of your chapter.
This is chapter 2, keep in mind, but yes.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Just fuck that.
Yeah, no,
You're starting with 3 sentence fragments.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a reason why, even with 18 chapters, he only has 3 reviews, 2 faves, and 4 follows, and one of those reviews is me.
Yep. So the fact he's gone 18 chapters, honestly, testament to how much he wanted to put this out there. Like, that actually takes a lot of actual what's the word I'm looking for? Love of writing.
I was gonna say,
Well, I mean, keep
here's
in
the
mind, each chapter is only around, like, 1K words long. So that's, like, one of our chapters, Max.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, because look at this. Yeah, Sneaky's right, because, you know, words, 20,737. He's got 18 chapters, so yeah, he's doing a little over 1K a chapter.
I mean, the first chapter was quite long. I would put it around maybe 3 to 5K words, but certainly...
Speaking of,
lacking.
one of our chapters, fucking finish it tonight. We're finishing that tonight.
I'll do it, you know? I actually have an idea how they're supposed to fight the Colossal Golem.
Anyway.
Good.
Not
Let's get back
important
to
right
the
now.
story here for
Yep,
now.
let's get back to the story here and now. Hey, maybe we'll even live stream us trying to write.
No.
Then you'll be
no,
getting creative
I-
input from chat.
Well,
What are you saying?
that-
That is the
I-
best idea.
Well, and the other thing is that on a really good
Twitch
writing night,
writes
where
a book.
Sneaky and I just stay up all night.
Yes.
Sneaky gets way more offensive than usual.
Oh, I get. Holy shit! When I become sleep deprived, do I become offensive?
Sadly,
Yeah,
it's also when
that's-
his best writing happens.
That's why we don't want to let him stream, Max.
I know. I still think Twitch writes a book is probably the next big hit.
Anyway.
Well, Calvin, you should get on that. We will be taking 70% of whatever you make from it, though. You know, Idea Man and all that. Sneaky will probably taking 70% of that from me and Atin.
I think my Twitch dashboard crashed.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that Calvin said for like the past 20 minutes. Oh, anyway. My girlfriend and I were tracking down Chara. Oh, he has a girlfriend. Cool. And we found her. Oh. Well, there goes that suspense. We tried to take her on our own, but as evidenced by earlier in this paragraph, cease immediately!
I like how he says this, like, actually, no, there's no evidence earlier, mate. Are you okay?
Oh,
Alright, you know what? Where are you from?
I'm getting upset. I need my migraine pills.
Well, Sneaky, all I know about this person is that they are from Earth.
They're from Earth.
That's all we know.
That is fascinating
Oh boy.
to be from Earth.
Oh boy.
Atin, are you okay?
No. I am not okay. In fact, this is the only thing I have to say about this bullshit right now. That's all I have to say right now.
What? You're not okay?
John's getting upset.
Just John is getting upset. We lost. Back then, I was just a normal monster with a normal monster soul. My girlfriend was a human who fell down into the underground. I helped her get out, and we became fast friends. Eventually, we fell in love. Anyways, back to the story at hand. Cease again! I sent a gaster blaster at Chara, but she
Hold
dodged the
the
beam and slashed at me.
Phone author. You don't exposition dump like that. First of all, again,
It gets
this
worse.
person-
It gets worse.
I know, but first of all, I'm pretty sure that this person, I'm like 99% certain this person is not a native English speaker because of the way they are writing this. But moving on.
See, my main problem with this whole thing is his timeline is just so foobarred, you know?
Like they've spent.
Not only that, how the fuck did he get this kid out of the underground? Yeah?
And like not only that, like you're skipping a lot of stuff that's important, and if that's because you don't know what you're doing, that's your fucking problem. You figure it out.
Because, like, as we know by Undertale canon, a human can escape the underground, or a monster can escape the underground by taking their opposite's soul. However, that kills them!
Well, yeah, but we also know that Asgore only needed one soul to do it the entire time, so...
But what I'm saying, though, is that for him, this guy, this self-insert OC, For him to get someone out of the underground, he would need to kill or steal a human soul. To get out of the underground.
Or this was meant to take place with the true pacifist ending.
No, this is genocide.
Yeah, in order for Chara to be there, a genocide ending must have occurred.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I really don't
Okay.
understand this
Oh,
guy's
no,
timeline.
I think he's doing a horrible timeline, not understanding quite what's actually happening in the story. I think he did a pacifist timeline going into a genocide timeline, even though most of the monsters moved out of the underground after the true pacifist route.
No,
I
no, no.
think
See,
that's what's going on.
no, because all the monsters died. Because in the first chapter, we found out that Chara killed everyone. Everyone. The
Yeah,
whole underground is dead. So no monsters made it out of the underground alive.
it's- mm.
That's what he said in the first one. So he's saying that
Read
before
the
Chara,
paragraph.
I know, I'm telling you what we know from the first chapter. He's saying that before Chara genocided everyone, like before Frisk even fell down, I suppose, he met a human that fell one of the kids that fell down. He met them, fell in love with them, and tried to escape with them, and succeeded somehow. Even though that's impossible. And then they post Chara killing everyone, they tried to track down Chara, found her, tried to fight her, got fucked. And now his girlfriend's soul is inside his soul, and he's filled with determination, and he's alive again as a human, but not really, sort of. Yeah.
Well, okay.
About 2.5 years ago, Frisk, my old friend, was possessed by Chara. And Chara did. She fell into the underground, killed everyone in the underground. Everyone. Not one monster she ran into was left alive. And then contradicts himself with, luckily, Alfie's evacuated the monster population, so a lot of people were still alive. Genocided?
Again,
I mean,
this is
Hitler
nothing.
certainly tried to make genocide a verb. I don't know if it's an actual word, though.
Well, I mean, the correct phrase would, I think the correct, at least in English, would be to commit genocide or enact genocide.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one detail. Only one detail we need to fuck is going on here.
What?
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, if the stinger is Frisk was the girlfriend the entire time, fuck you, author. These timelines have an actual precedent set for them in the game. I
That's
never
a good
touched the
point.
genocide run, but even I know the genocide run had to happen before the true pacifist run.
Also, apparently,
No,
Dorian
no,
is
the
Irish,
genocide
but
run
not
didn't have to
really,
happen.
and he acts like he's Irish.
In order to get true pacifist, you only had to beat the game once. And in fact, if you got the genocide ending, if you went genocide first, you actually couldn't get the true pacifist ending.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the pacifist ending, if you've already done a genocide, all the eyes are scratched out, and Frisk/Char's eyes glow red, indicating that you got out, and then for lols this time, I guess Char decided let's all escape, and then I'll knife everybody like Freddy style.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that fucking game.
Yeah, no, that game was a game.
So you had to do a pacifist before genocide run. Oh
No,
my God.
what you
to get the actual true pacifist ending.
Is this what BlazBlue looks like to people who've never touched the story?
Yes.
Okay. I now understand why people get so frustrated.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but in order to get the true passive
Uh.
ascending, what you have to do is you have to
Not
do
kill anything.
no, yeah, well, no, but even before that, you have to do one run of the game that isn't genocide. It can be, it can either be all the requirements for the good ending, or it can be the neutral ending. That doesn't matter. Just as long as you don't do genocide. Then,
No, I'm actually pretty sure for the true pacifist ending, you do need to not kill a single person.
no, but that's what I'm saying, Sneaky. In order to get the requirements for the true pacifist ending are, you must have beaten the game once without getting a genocide ending. Then you have to beat the game again with all the requirements for the true pacifist ending, which is
Right.
kill anyone ever.
Yeah. Yeah, right. What the fuck has Twitch chat evolved into?
Germans arguing about
Hitler,
guess.
apparently, I guess.
Why do we keep
Oh.
getting Germans in our chat? It's not a problem. I'm just asking, why do Germans keep showing up for this?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway,
Is mocking terrible fanfiction a secret German tradition?
I think maybe it's just because we're on early in the morning there.
Maybe.
That
Maybe.
might be it.
Anyway, so
We're
let's
the equivalent of
keep
a
on to
German radio
chapter
show.
3 to see if we can solve any of these questions.
The
It was a
answer is no.
beautiful day outside. Undertale reference. Undertale reference. At Yokai, everything was the same. Dead trees, dead bushes, dead everything. It was time to choose our clubs at school. I was
I'll be right
debating
back.
whether to join one or not. You do. There's no debate here. You do.
What
I
do
don't.
you mean there's no debate?
It's a requirement at Yokai Academy to join one of the clubs.
I don't remember it being one, but okay.
Yeah, that's why they were like, oh shit, what club do we join? Newspaper club. Yeah. Anyway.
Ice sharks.
Yeah, no,
I'm just
it
gonna
was a
get off
very
the asylum
convoluted
bench.
plot thing to make them join the newspaper club, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess, Yokai Academy didn't exactly follow any kind of standard that I've seen in other slice of life manga or video games for Japanese schooling, so
Well, I mean, it was a school filled with monsters run by a
yeah.
old, eldritch, perverted man who dressed as a priest. So, I mean, you really...
Do you think Yokai Academy is American schooling systems or something?
Why? Why do you say that?
So,
It
I
follows
assume
the
none of
American
the
school
questions have been
system far
answered.
closer. Like, I think the kids actually do change class. They have a proper cafeteria. None of the students stay
it might
back in
be,
their
yeah.
class either. So, and clubs are a pretty big thing in high school over here in the States, but it's not usually required. And
Okay, I don't know about you, but clubs were not a thing. Like, they existed, no one cared. Not at my high school, anyway. Most of the high schools I know of, no one cares.
Yeah,
you're from
no.
Chicago.
I'm pretty sure that was just one of the eccentricities of the,
Excuse me, what is that supposed to mean, Max?
You know exactly what it means.
No, I don't. Because
Okay, we all know
people getting shot, so I don't.
Chirac is bad, so let's move on and back to the story.
It's Chirac, thank you.
Whatever, Chia Pet.
Chia Pet. You know what? That's a good one.
Oh, wait, that was a
something that
thing.
good since you never got to go to school.
That must have been a throwaway line. Yokai Academy also has elementary and an orphanage.
Fucking what?
Hold on! One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong here.
There's even an orphanage for monsters orphaned or abandoned.
You've got a high school. You've got an elementary school.
And an apartment
And then we
complex.
have an
And a
orphanage.
hospital. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Can't
Their
forget.
infirmary was like a legit hospital.
They also have a hospital and 2 full apartment complexes.
Okay, I get it. It's a tiny city.
No, it's not even a city. Like that. By the way, that was one thing that annoyed me about this story. They're gonna break into some shops. What shops? It's like a 2-3 mile square island that ends in cliffs.
That's a good point as well. There was a supermarket there because they did buy ingredients for food and cooking.
I guess they're going to break into the one supermarket.
Like, it is so inconsistent. There's only one way on and off the island, and there's nothing here except the academy itself and cafeteria stuff. Okay, so does that mean the kids have to fucking go through the tunnel every time they want to make a supply run?
I'm sorry. All I can imagine now is that the grocery store is the lunch lady making money on the side selling cafeteria ingredients. Why is our food budget so high? They're monster children. You know how much they eat. Later that day.
As she's counting her yen. At least the author didn't try and come up with a unique currency.
That is true. The author did not try and come up with a unique currency, so he has that going for him.
I meant the author of the manga, not the story. That.
Ooh, Crom and Tiki amiibo.
Fair
Wait
enough
a
as
minute. Okay, phew, it's Tiki. Okay, good. It's normal Tiki. Okay.
Anyway.
What do you have
I
against
was
older
pretty
design
lazy
Tiki?
after all. I didn't do much after school besides homework and things on my laptop.
Things on my laptop. You can just
Really?
say porn.
You're
We're
taking
all
advantage of that
here.
now human body, eh? And working on a motorcycle I'm building from spare parts. That...
What?
I just want to know where he's finding spare engine. Like, that's always bothered me. Where are you finding the engine parts? I could get the chassis and wheels. Where are you getting these engine parts from?
Oh no, for that you have to find you basically have to go to a junkyard and go through the wrecked cars basically.
I mean, that wouldn't really even work though either. You
Pocket dimension.
What?
Where
I'm
from?
not saying it's something you can just like go on a Sunday trip to.
Okay,
do,
no,
but
hold on a second. I don't know about you, Atin. I don't know how Chicago handles this shit. But in New Jersey, anything of value has long been stripped and smelted.
That's New Jersey. You guys had to boil your
know,
bread.
wonder.
Or you could go to like a used car lot, and you know if you find it's like, oh well, this thing.
Oh wow.
But besides that, you also aren't going to be making a motorcycle out of car parts.
Well, yes, I know, but there's things like impound lot. I'm just saying, like, there are places you can go to acquire things like this, relatively speaking, cheaply.
No, it's one thing if he was like, oh, you know, a motorcycle I've been working on, saying like, you know, he's been replacing parts and tinkering and fiddling with it. That's one thing. But I'm going to build a motorcycle from spare parts. Boyo! If that could be done, we would see a lot more people with spare part-based motorcycles.
Also, a lot more dead people.
That too. But anyway, and the occasional workout. Aren't you like a skeleton or something? Hey, I gotta do something to stay fit. I'm not that fat. I may have a few extra pounds, but this is all shit I do not give a goddamn fuck about.
Yeah.
Strong, thanks to my monster form. Debating whether joining the newspaper club. His friends were in it. Time away from being the Revenant, which is the alias I came up with for my vigilante work. No, it wouldn't. I could gain
just
more
gonna
public
casually
support.
drop in. Ah, yes, I do some vigilante work.
Oh, we saw him do the vigilante work in chapter 1, so.
Hey, we are a very
wait,
diverse
hold up a minute,
people,
hold up a minute.
Socrates.
We as Americans need to come here and have a chat. What do you mean? What do you mean by nothing like hearing a discussion between Americans? What is this supposed to mean? Please enlighten us.
Wait. Is he
Uh,
referring to how quickly we can just jump tracks from automotives to
Or
violence
is
and
he
back
referring
again?
to us
Is that what's going
arguing
on?
about how horrible the different parts of America are?
Hey, New Jersey was not horrible. It's just Australia light with the potential to kill you. Slowly.
Sneaky.
With cancer.
Sneaky. Your school system couldn't afford paper.
Just rub it in, huh?
Hey, now, we
It's
could
a
afford...
statement of
Hey,
fact.
no, we could afford paper for the
For
first
the
month.
first semester.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
Not even a semester. A month.
A whole... Hey, man, a whole month of paper? That's pretty good.
Oh my god. That actually happened.
Yeah, no, my school doesn't have any money, so we kind of just didn't have paper anymore.
It's way more interesting, like a discussion between everyone. So yeah, the only thing funnier is seeing a discussion between a communist and a right-wing populist.
A communist and a nat soc. Yeah, I guess.
Ay.
No,
Okay, look,
New Jersey
look,
wasn't
just
that bad.
Sneaky. I come from the murder capital of the first world, and that's bad. We at least can fund our schools.
Hey now, I seem to remember a joke going around of, thank you for the $2 million donation to our schools. We'll make sure all 200 goes towards the future of children's education.
Okay, look, that's because of a succession of incredibly corrupt mayors. And even when they were that corrupt, we could still fund our schools.
I think you're wrong. We're moving on. More public support, so what, he's gonna become Peter Parker as well, I guess?
I don't know.
Yeah, join
You
newspaper
kinda-
club, bad Irish accent, join journalist, blah, blah, blah. Gaster? Fucking what? I left and walked to the roof. I pulled out my cell phone and selected a familiar friend's number. Gaster, I spoke into the speaker. Yes, he replied. Have you seen any fox demon souls nearby? Are we gonna have a fucking Naruto joining us soon?
Hold on. Where? Hold on. I am. Okay.
Wait,
yeah,
no,
I'm caught up.
isn't the student council president a piece of shit fox spirit?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I agree with Calvin. The guy is the yokai version of Superman. And Calvin,
yeah.
he's Barack Obama. I don't remember if he's from Chicago, but he is from the state of Illinois.
Well, yeah, wasn't he a community organizer for Chicago, though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has some ties to Chicago.
Oh, no, he definitely had ties to Chicago. But...
Don't remember what.
Wasn't he a senator as well?
Yeah, he was a senator from Illinois, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anyway.
I would be surprised when the second party, Democratic Citizens, no communists. Please take no offense. Listen, we're Americans. We don't get to complain about offending people. Shippo was the best fox demon.
Shippo was good fox demon. Yes, indeed. Just wondering, I've got friends to protect. Alright, I'll send you some of my research. It's more work on determination. You have a unique one. Its color is white. No, all monster souls are white.
Yeah, also, why is he talking to Gaster and not Alphys about this?
Because Alphys is dead, remember? Everyone's dead.
Except they all evacuated, so they're not all dead, but they are.
Yeah. And for some reason, Gaster's no longer stuck in quantum physics.
Gaster has ceased being a plaything of Tzeentch and does in fact exist once again.
Indeed. I believe I have your trait. It must To have this trait, you must have a large amount of every other trait. I'm calling it hope.
That's not
I
how hope
believe there is
works.
one trait that one cannot have if they are to have hope. It's fear. You are not allowed to have fear. Hope requires you to have kindness, bravery, justice, patience, integrity, perseverance, and determination.
No,
That's
hope requires none of those things, except maybe determination.
honestly, yeah. Hope is more of just like a branch of determination, if anything else. Maybe perseverance, but even then, perseverance was like a branch of determination as well.
Because, like, ay, ay, ay. Like, hope is incredibly powerful. Don't get me wrong, hope's an incredibly powerful thing. But you don't need anything to have hope. There's such a thing as false hope, blind hope.
Yeah, exactly. We're done. This this story's a
Uh,
fucking wreck.
I think we're done.
Jesus fucking Christ. This story is a train wreck. I can't even.
Sneaky, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
Do you even timeline, bro?
Do you even timeline?
Does Zeus even hoist?
No, there is no hoisting.
Alright then, we can either go back to Real Zangetsu or Weeb.
Well, Rails on Getsu isn't pissing me off quite like this story is. And you two probably enjoy Weeb a hell of a lot more than me, so
And we'll
might as
save
well.
Weeb for a rainy day then.
Hmm.
Real Zangetsu it is. Yes, timeline, that made-up word that I invented. I'm glad you recognize that.
Oh, oh, should I go get the dictionary.com definition for Calvin?
No, let him
Okay,
believe.
okay.
I
Gonna
believe that you're wrong.
just actually, when when did this word first come into? Holy crap! The fucking jump in the graph.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Like right around, like right smack dab between 1950 and 2010, slow increase in mentions of timeline, and then just immediately jumps.
Cool.
It's like the roller coaster from hell.
Okay, you make it sound like timeline was a bad thing, though.
Indeed.
No, it's not. But that doesn't change the fact that if this was a fucking roller coaster, that's a hell of an incline.
Wait, Calvin. You cannot say you do not simply timeline something. That's basically the premise of Doctor Who.
No, the premise of Doctor Who is timey-wimey wibbly.
Oh, don't start that
It's more like
bullshit.
a rug, you see.
Timeline first recorded 1950 to 1955. Huh. 1950 had some weird. 1950 is just the mid 20th century in general had some really fucked up shit going on.
Yeah, I guess. Balderdash.
Why are you using that?
Calvin saying that you cannot turn timeline into a verb.
Hey, listen, this is the English language. We can do whatever we want.
This is true fact. Um, Now it's come to my attention that on the actual site, the speech of the Man in Black is the same as Ichigo's inside his inner world. Now, when I write the Man in Black speech, I underline what he says to differentiate between him and Ichigo.
Hey, you've gotten super quiet, Sneaky.
I think Discord's messing with his mic again.
Is Discord fucking with my mic again? No, Discord isn't fucking with my mic again.
Oh.
How about now?
I mean, better.
Calvin, how am I coming in?
How far back on the stream do you think they? That's still at
Calvin says I'm coming
5
in
to 8
good.
seconds.
I would say about 10ish. Yeah, so yeah, apparently I'm coming in good. So if you guys are hearing me poorly, then it is
No,
a
like it was
Discord
just for a
issue.
second. Like you got super quiet.
Okay.
Oh god, the way he spelled pairing has now just completely offended me.
Oh, where does he say pairing? Ah.
Because that is a completely different word
Yeah.
from what he probably meant.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Wait, you're telling me that German efficiency is a false stereotype? My world is shattered! Anyway, okay, so let's keep going. Ganju, there you are. Ichigo shouted as he ran towards his companion, who seemed to be unharmed. Ichigo also noticed that the hostage he had taken before was still with the man. Ichigo came up toward his companion with a relieved sigh. I'd hate to say it, but boy am I glad to see you, Ganju, Ichigo exclaimed as he patted the man on the shoulder. Ganju turned around and even smiled slightly at Ichigo's presence. I have to agree with you there, Shini Ichigo. Ichigo turned to the young-looking man with Ganju. When Ichigo did so, the man flinched at the eye contact that Ichigo gave him. Hey, you're the guy that we kidnapped. Sorry, you're that guy we kidnapped. Why are you still with us? The man looked around nervously as he scratched the back of his head. Well, I'm kind of really scared of all of you, and adding the fact that I wouldn't be able to outrun wither of you guys, I really don't have any other chance, do I? The man clasped his hands together as if he was praying to Ichigo and Ganju. Ichigo frowned. He didn't come here to take hostages, and in fact, he hated the idea of holding someone against their will.
I want to say this though. It's such a wonderful difference between most people's personality. Ichigo's. It's like, wait a minute, why are you still here?
Indeed.
You could have run away. Listen here, Ichigo. If a man with a giant butcher knife that's like the size of me told me to stay put somewhere, I would stay put.
Especially if they're like, Sanic fast.
Yeah.
Listen, person, what's your name? The man jumped back slightly at being asked something, but quickly managed to compose himself somewhat and took a deep breath. My name is Hanataro Yamada?
Not bad.
Tune in next week. Tune in on Friday for more butchered Japanese pronunciations.
Butchered
And Max won't be there.
Turn
to
in
be smirky
Friday
about
for
it.
more butchered Japanese
No.
language.
No. You're taking me out of context. I do not support the butchering of Japanese.
I'm not gonna say it. It's a pleasure to meet you. Ichigo chuckled at the nervousness within Hanataro's breath. Hanataro, you can leave if you want to. We're not gonna keep you here against your will, and we're not monsters.
You know what? Scratch that. You're a medic. You're staying with me until I say you can leave.
Why is he shouting that last part?
I don't know. I am aggressively telling you that you can leave my party.
Look
Please
up,
go
you!
away.
You can leave anytime you want!
Oh, you whiny little bitch.
Yes, Ichigo, truly, that is the best way to get your point across. Shouting it in their faces about how you're not a monster.
I am a normal human. Beep boop.
Hanataro's eyes widened largely in surprise as he seemed to stare at Ichigo in a new light. You're not going to beat me up? Not going to belittle me or bully me?
I mean, if that's what you want, man, I guess we could, but we don't really got time for that.
Seems a bit of an awkward thing for you to ask me.
Not really,
Okay.
yeah,
Just
I'm just saying,
met.
that's not really a useful thing to do to a hostage. I'm gonna beat the shit out of them and belittle them.
Not unless you're really, really weird.
That's gonna help my situation.
Is he okay? Nah, I gave him a black eye. Alright. Popping him the moment he lets him go. Yeah, no, that.
Oh,
I mean, if
well,
you're
I
trying
have
get
to use
information-
Max. Now I have to use that in the future of our story. Why did you kill that person? Well, they were gonna get away. You let them go. I don't kill hostages.
Oh god, I feel like it's basically. I feel like that could have been a great scene in the For Honor story with the Vikings.
Oh yeah, that would have made a great scene for the Vikings.
Why'd you kill him? I didn't want him to escape and warn them, but you let him go. I'm not gonna keep a hostage. I can't
I
hurt
can't
hostages.
kill an unarmed man.
That's dishonorable. So you let him go? Well, yeah. Then he's a combatant.
He was an escapee. What else was I supposed to
That
do?
was the Viking story continues to be one of my favorite. What did he tell you?
What
I
did
don't
he-
speak Japanese. What the
That
fuck
was
is wrong?
great. What
You
did
just
he tell
stay
you?
here.
I don't speak
I'm gonna go
Japanese.
get everyone else. Just stay with
My
your dead
favorite is when you turn the Japanese
prisoner.
translation on, so they're all speaking Japanese, and she's like, I don't speak Japanese, stay here. She looks at him and then walks away. It's like,
Oh yeah, no. The context of that scene is so much better in actual Japanese. Completely changes what his look is.
Because in every other translation, it's like, the fuck are you talking about? Of course you speak Japanese. Or rather, in every other one, it's like, of course you don't speak Japanese. In that one, it's like, whatever.
But then she proceeds to ignore him, and it's like, oh, maybe she doesn't actually speak Japanese. Maybe that's all the Japanese she speaks. Anyway. Ichigo narrowed his eyes in confusion at Hanataro's questions. Of course not. Why would we do that? That's just stupidly unkind and cruel. Your period's supposed to be on the inside.
Ichigo, you've taken the man hostage.
I mean, the best part is that Hanataro really did just. Because, like, alright, we're gonna escape in here. Why the fuck did you follow us down here? You weren't tied up. We weren't coming back for you.
We are
What the fuck is
literally
wrong?
ignoring you. You could have just turned around and walked away.
He's like, well, you guys aren't dicks.
You just, like, and then it's like, well, would you mind helping us? Sure, I guess.
I mean, they
What the
already
fuck is
think I'm a hostage, so sure.
It's like, why, dude? You're an actual traitor now. You're
Yeah, they don't know
complicit
that.
in
Just make
this.
sure to beat me up a little bit.
Remember, guys, don't beat up your medics.
Unless they don't listen to you.
Hanataro's eyes managed to widen even larger than before, and Ichigo thought that it was slightly comical. Ichigo placed
Slightly
his
comical.
hand...
Hold up a minute. He's already an anime character. His eyes must be the size of actual dinner plates by now.
He's going full Gamagori.
No. Oh, I'm gonna just try to forget that.
That's a great mental image.
No, it is not.
That is still... Gamagori is still one of my most favorite characters possible, because he was always as tall as he needed to be in the scene.
Yes. I am Irakamaguri, master of becoming taller at will.
Like, fucking... He takes up, like, he just grows taller and takes up the whole classroom, and, like, shoves his hand through the door. It was just so fucking stupid. Oh, kill a kill. Why are you so fucking hilariously stupid? Nudist beach.
It's great anime. Weird as hell.
Anime,
Can't
yes,
watch.
truly it is the best anime.
Fuck off. I had a little bit of phlegm that I needed to swallow. Fuck off. Anyway.
You're a little bit of
It's a
phlegm.
fantastic anime, but you can't watch it you can't watch it around anyone.
Yes, you most definitely cannot watch it around anyone that does not understand anime in general. You're not treated well here, are you? Hanataro lowered his head in sadness as he managed to nod his head slightly. Ichigo knew that he had other pressing matters, but for some reason, the poor guy seemed to rub off on him. Not exactly the phrasing I would use.
Not the phrasing you want to use in English these days.
Yes, see you around, Calvin. Thank you for
Bye,
joining
Calvin.
us.
Oh, bye, Calvin.
You know what, Hanataro? Why don't you stick with me and Ganju? I mean, we're not gonna bully you like those assholes in this place. Before Hanataro could respond, Ganju grabbed Ichigo's shoulder and turned him around to speak with him privately. Ichigo, what the hell are you doing? You can't just ask a member of the... Sairite? Sarate?
Yeah, there you go, Atin.
To help
I
us
only know it because they
invade the
said
place?
it a lot in the dub.
That's just stupid. Ichigo removed the man's hand from his shoulder and narrowed his eyes. Ganju, think about it. Hanataro is in the 4th squad, the medic squad. What is the one thing we don't have in our group without Orihime with us? Healing. And also, I feel sorry for the guy, to be honest.
Ichigo, now is not the time to be constructing the ideal JRPG party.
No, it's always the time.
Even if Hantaro is way more useful.
Always the time. He'd probably be treated better by us than the actual force he works for. Ganju thought for a few seconds and was about to respond when he was interrupted by the man in the discussion. Wait! I want to join you guys! Ichigo and Ganju turned around to stare at the man in confusion. Even Ichigo thought it'd end up where Hanataro didn't want to come with them. But you do realize if you help us, you're probably going to be held accountable for treason, right? Hanataro's eyes widened as he shook his head in exasperation. No, wait. I won't be accused if I just say that I was still your hostage. That would work. Ichigo thought for a moment before he nodded, but something still struck his thoughts. Why do you want to come with us, though? I mean, we really could use your help in saving Rukia, but I don't want to put you at unneeded risk in the end if we succeed.
What? Dude, the medic just volunteered. You put him in all kinds of risk.
Hanataro looked down at his hands as he started to twirl his his forefinger around each other. Okay. It reminded him of Yuzu's shy tendencies when she was younger. Well, you see, you one of very few people that are kind to me. A bit you did take me hostage, but somehow I know that
Hold up,
your
Sneaky.
intentions weren't to harm me. What?
Okay, so in order to help us get through that horrible bit of English, have some freedom porn.
Oh god. So allow me to help you both because Kuchiki-san was also kind to me and I want to save her as well. Hanataro raised his head and looked at Ichigo and Ganju with determination bright in his eyes. Ichigo took a second to give Ganju a look. Ganju looked back and nodded slowly to him. Ichigo nodded and turned to Hanataro. Okay, Hanataro. You can come with us, but first we need to figure out the safest way to the huge spire. Hanataro clasps his hands as he smiles. Oh, I know. We can use the sewers. See, now this is always one thing I didn't quite understand. Like, this is the spirit world, right? So there's no
Mhm.
actual bodily processes, right?
I mean, I think they do at least have a bath. Like, I think we did see that they do have bathhouse. Like, I guess it's just there for like relaxation purposes.
Like, I never quite got this, cause like they're
Um,
souls. They're all souls. They're not
Right.
made of physical
yeah,
matter. And they only can interact physically with shit in the spirit world because everything else in the spirit world's made of spirit particles. So it's like physical matter to them.
yeah. I mean, if you have a sewer system, you have a running water system of some kind. So if there are bathhouses, maybe they would have a sewer system to help with that. But
I'm
I'm
just saying,
not
and it's
really
probably, and since
sure.
it's just a bunch of bathhouses for people that aren't dirty, I can see why no one would go in there, because it would be the world's most low maintenance
Yeah,
sewer system.
yeah, and we
But why
also
would you even
know.
need a sewer system then if people don't actually get sweaty and dirty? I mean,
I
unless
don't
they
know,
do.
Let's
maybe
see.
it just leads to a pumping station, like a centralized pumping station.
I guess, But see, like that's always been something that's like confused me.
I- I'm not saying it makes a ton of sense.
Is that a Barrett 50 cal?
I'm not sure what it is, but it's fantastic.
I'm sure the comments will know.
But as one comment said, all I see is a man who hates hearing things.
Oh yeah, he's not wearing any ear protection.
Like, for real, that man is gonna be deaf.
All right, so that is in fact the M8 M82.
Ah.
That is in fact a Barrett. The Vulcan for the anti-50 cal snipers. I am sorry, fucking excuse me.
Okay, link me that boy.
Oh, you've never seen this?
No.
So it's the Anzio 12 millimeter sniper rifle.
Oh
It's
boy.
a 20 millimeter sniper rifle. It is anti 50 caliber. The point of the 20 millimeter is anti vehicle, obviously, but it's mainly used as well in combat to take out 50 cal snipers because its range is like a third of longer.
Ah.
Yeah, 3 times the power
There
of
are
a
no
50
pictures.
BMG. The round is roughly as long as your forearm.
Huh.
It's big.
Cool. I'm just looking forward to the day when we have actual
I
fucking
am
power
I'm s-
suits with tank cannons strapped to the
I
arms.
was gonna
We're that
say,
much closer.
First
We're
of
this
all,
much closer
Max,
now.
the response to that is the UNSC in Planetside 2. Second of all, I'm so pleased that the place of origin of this beautiful thing is the United States.
Oh.
Service history used by USA.
Yeah, indeed.
Of
Produced for
course,
public
it's bolt
sale.
action.
Yes, indeed. The Anzio is indeed public sale.
Why do we allow civilians to buy this?
Because it falls under the Special Weapons License, I believe it's called. Special Weapons License 2 or something.
Okay, I mean, you know what? I can't actually complain because you know what? My police department has an APC, so the criminals should be able to get AM rifles to counter that. It's only fair.
It's a shame they're not legally allowed to.
I mean, technically speaking,
Uh,
the American people are supposed to be capable of fighting off a fascist dictatorial government.
yeah.
And since the police departments have APCs and tanks now,
Clearly, the American people need to have access to RPGs and anti-material rifles. It's the only natural progression.
this will be my campaign platform in like 2028. A mech suit for every man or woman. I'm not sexist. Everybody gets a mech suit. Even your 5-year-old child gets a mech suit.
Everybody gets a pony.
And you get a Gundam, and you get a Gundam, and you get a Gundam. Everybody gets a Gundam.
Hey, isn't the giant robot fight supposed to be this summer?
It is.
I
The giant
think
robot
they've
fight is
delayed
indeed
it
happening
so
this
many
summer.
times.
Alright, moving on anyway.
Why did you sound like Tim Allen, who really needs
Okay,
a nap?
alright, it's supposed to happen this August.
Cool.
Oh my god, I love signs. I love how these designs just straight up scream, here's America and here's Japan.
I was gonna say the American one.
Oh,
looks
you
like
can't
a
forget
Sonic...
the Chinese one. Sun Wukong's joining.
Yeah, I was gonna say the American one looks like a soldered together dumpster. The Japanese one's all red and sleek.
The Japanese one's like, yeah, miniguns and sleekness. American, this looks like construction equipment came to life as a mech and it throws a chainsaw hand.
Also a Gatling arm.
It's just no, it's not a Gatling arm. It's a anti-material arm.
Oh, that's right.
Oh boy.
It's just like fucking why?
Nobody asked for this, guys. We're not complaining, but nobody asked for this.
No, nobody asked for this because nobody had to ask for it, Max. Because as soon as America had a giant robot, and as soon as they found out that Japan had a giant robot, they're like, look, we know what needs to happen, guys.
I believe America started shit-talking Japan as well.
No, it just straight up started with the guys who made the robot in America were like, listen, Tsudahashi, you have a giant robot. We have a giant robot. We both know what needs to happen here, so we're throwing down the gauntlet.
No, I thought it started with them saying... I thought the video had them shit-talking their robot, saying America's robot would kick the shit out of theirs.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty
they
sure
made-
that did occur.
I believe they made like 2 to 3
video
videos about it, so it's possible in one of the videos they did. Sewers, wouldn't that be the first place Shigami would look for us? Shook his head. Only a select few people even know about the sewers. And even those that do really know their way around. I do, though. I use the sewers all the time. And so do most 4th Division, so we can get around to areas quicker in case people need healing. See, I'm curious about that, though. Not much happens in this the sorority.
Sarai.
Society?
Serite?
Sarate, yeah.
At
Not
least
much
you didn't say
happens in the
sorority.
I think you
Sarate.
should just call it society. Just call it the Soul Society, just to make it easier on all of us.
Fine. Not much happens in the Soul Society that would necessitate, Fourth Division scurrying around in the sewers to get there faster.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, stuff sometimes goes bad, but it's like every few hundred years. Like,
I mean, and not only that, right? Not only that. This is me nitpicking at Bleach right now, though. Like the author is following Bleach's canon, so I can't really
This is the
criticize him
problem
on
with
that.
the canon.
Yeah. And the
yeah,
other part I didn't understand about this is A, again, like I said before, why are there sewers? B, why is 4th Division using these sewers? How is that a faster way to get there? Like, say you're at point A, and entrance to the sewer, the point B is an exit to the sewer, and point C is like, I don't know, a little bit off, like maybe like quarter way away from B towards A.
yeah.
It's like, wouldn't it be faster just to run towards C from A instead of going into the sewer, running to B, getting out of B, and then running back towards A in the direction of C?
Sneaky, here's what it comes down to. Fuck the guy that specifically designed the Sarate as a giant maze to confound enemies and not have a way to put it all down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, on one hand, I get it. Like, if they're using the sewer, then they can all go from point A to point B. Like, oh, no one else uses the sewer. So
Yeah.
the only people that are going to be using the sewer are the medical personnel. So whatever equipment they have with them, they can get there. And since no one knows about the sewers, they're basically guaranteed to not get into any trouble. So in that respect, I can see how it would be faster than like, oh, we need people. You're at point A. We need people at point C. Rather than going, through the top levels.
Yeah,
of
through the
Sarate,
fighting that might
from
be
A
occurring
to
up
B
above.
to the
Yeah.
fighting. It
Yeah.
just, we'll go down this ladder. Through the sewers. Sure, we're a little farther away from C, but we're not going to get attacked, and our gear isn't going to get broken, and we're not going to have to deal with the assholes in the other squads.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I understand that then. It just.
It's still stupid. Don't
Yeah,
get
no,
me wrong.
yeah,
I'm just saying
still
I
think
understand.
it's stupid. Yeah. Do. There was a way to the spire, and most of the Shinigami didn't know of it. He could not believe his luck right now. Who knows what else is in the sewers? Stay wary. I just want to believe I have a better chance of saving Rukia. Show us the way. Ichigo went down. Little dialogue, screw you, gay, freaking hell, sound of water splashing. Ganju landing in the water as well, something alerted his senses. It's Chad's, he's exerting a huge amount of Ryatsu. And it's freaking huge, it totally dwarfs the silent giant. Dread filled it, Ichigo, where are you going? Don't worry about me, I'm just gonna check on something, I'll be back soon. I've got to lock both of you down here. So I'll be able to find you guys. Hurry up and go. Oh, I've got a lock on both of your Ryatsu. Turned to his friends Ryatsu. Ichigo disappeared in a flash. Man, this guy's tough.
Oh, this is when Chad fought Kyoraku,
Mm-hmm.
one of the greatest characters in Bleach.
Truly.
He is my favorite listen, before we knew anything about him, he was my favorite captain. And after we found out what his Shikai was, I liked him even more.
And then we got his Bankai and realized he's really fucking terrifying.
Oh, what's the I didn't.
What was his Bankai again?
The Bankai was revealed when the captains were fighting the Arankar.
No, I thought that was just his. No, I thought that was just his Shikai.
No, that was his Bankai.
What
When he started playing a game with Lily.
Right.
Apparently, that ability is based off, I think, a story of some kind.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so what it is Sneaky. He basically fundamentally alters the rules of reality so that people are forced to abide by the rules of generic children's games, basically.
Oh, right. It was the Japanese word color game or whatever, right? You can only hit
Yep.
black or something.
And like the Shadow game too.
Yeah, and there are 4 quote-unquote plays to it. And I think we only saw 2 properly used during that fight. I think the other 2 might have come with the Quincy arc, but I'm not sure.
Although I would have liked to see the American version of that because like you can only move by playing hopscotch and you can only kill your opponent in a game of dodgeball.
You can only kill your opponent in a child's card game!
It's a shame
You
we
know
won't
what?
be able to watch
I
enough
play
of
Red
that
Blue.
series
I
to
am
get
not
to that
allowed
point.
to criticize.
Why not, Max?
I think we're only doing the first 2 episodes of that particular season, and it's not until like episode 10 or 11, I think, until they actually bring in a children's card game and start actually killing people.
Still.
I mean, why wouldn't we do the entire series?
Because I'd have to track down a much better source.
Fair enough,
I mean,
fair
we
enough.
can work on that for now. We can work on
It,
that later.
it could be like a rotating thing, I guess.
And we can say, let's finish this off.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Just gonna put this in my Amazon cart.
He
Don't
looked
mind
up
me.
from a flamboyant man in pink kimono, straw hat, Sato side. Couldn't let Ichigo down. Heave himself to his feet. Ichigo expects me to help save Rukia. Quite tough cookie. Lazily spoke as he sheathed his blades. He regretted having to use said blades against an opponent who didn't stand a chance against him. Captain began walking towards Sato's shaking body, a sad look on his face as he came closer. He needed to protect his friends. Sato pulled together whatever Ryatsu he had left into the right hand of the giant. That's a bit early for that, isn't it? Or is it?
No, that's
No, this is right.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
because the whole thing, like the whole reason he's like, yes, I can go there now, is because he basically got giant Hadokens.
Right. And charged forward for one final attack.
Little bit bigger than Hadokens made, but yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean.
No, so I just remember that his hand went through like 4 different upgrade states.
Yeah.
And make sure that he at least cause a dent within the forces. The still side and is forced to unsheath his blades. Before either combatant could reach each other, a blast of Ryatsu crashed into the ground between the two, the crash causing a huge amount of dust to blow upwards. Sato recognized the Ryatsu within the dust cloud and his eyes widened as he realized who it was. What's he doing here? Did he come here to save me? Oi! So I come here because my best friend's Ryatsu has become surprisingly large, and then suddenly it's shot down. So can I ask? The smoke cleared to reveal Ichigo Kurosaki standing in a small crater where he landed, his Zanpakuto pointed straight at the straw hat wearing Shinigami. Who the hell do you think you are to harm my friend? See, that was a perfect chance to do a who the hell do you think I am?
Yes, but also Ichigo was never that stupid. Like he's never like, hey, why are you trying to hurt my friend? It's like he's like, okay, I get it. We broke into your home. You're mad. It's to be expected.
Still pissed off that you're killing someone from an old ass law that really makes no sense though.
But see, like, but he's not like, hey, why are you trying to kill us? Oh, we only broke in to stage a prison break. Like, he wasn't that dumb.
See, that's a level of logic we saw in that one game that Sony revealed, the AI one. Where it's like, oh my god, the police are shooting at us. Yeah, you lit a fucking building on fire and rammed through another one with a dump truck. Yeah, they're shooting at you.
Oh yeah, and You killed first. You broke into a store. Fine, you're trying to liberate people. We have questions about the liberation, but that's beside the point.
And the people, but
then you start attacking people. Then you smash construction vehicles through another storefront. Then you lit a building on fire. Yes, of course the police officers at that area are going to be instructed to respond with lethal force.
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
no shit, they're shooting at you with the intent to kill.
You lit a building on fire.
Literally, the fire is like 2 feet away from you.
You're still holding the lighter in your hand that you lit the cocktail with. We can see
One
it.
of you is singing. There are like 7 of you singing "Kumbaya."
It's just, oh god, that trailer reveal was just such a fucking train wreck. Like, I was like, okay, this might be coolish, and then, why are they massacring us?
You get to dispense justice. What? No, you don't.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got 10 minutes. Let's wrap this up.
Nah, we got more like 20.
7:50, whatever. Yeah, you're right. We started late,
Ichigo, what are you doing here? Sato asked as he fell to his knees, his last amount of energy leaving him. However, before he could fall on his face, Ichigo was in front of his friend and keeping him from falling by placing his body underneath Sato's huge one. Alternative sentence. Ichigo was there, keeping his friend from falling. We really didn't need the rest of it.
Yeah.
Ichigo took a second to check over his friend, his eyes narrowing dangerously when he saw the deep red slash on the giant's chest. Ichigo looked towards the strange man across the battlefield, and the glare Ichigo sent him sent shivers down both his and the woman's spine. How dare you? Ichigo's voice was like venom as he hefted the huge teenager. Don't worry. Onto his shoulders easily. The woman near the man seemed affronted as she took a daring step forward. How dare we? How dare you for invading our home? What right do you have to do all this? Ichigo leveled his glare slowly on her, and felt a form of satisfaction when her bravery seemed to evaporate. We didn't come here to mindlessly attack. We came here because your stupid-ass laws has condemned one of my friends. The woman and the man took a step back in surprise. I really don't think he would have taken a step back in surprise. Rukia Kuchiki was these people's friends? This time the man attempted to speak. Well, I'm sorry that the lovely Miss Kuchiki has to die. She did ignore the laws of giving her Shinigami powers to someone else. Ichigo was angry at how stupid these people were. He almost growled. However, he couldn't waste time here talking to what was essentially a brick wall. He needed to get Chad to Hanataro, who could heal him. Before Ichigo could run, the captain in front of him, that's not the correct usage of that,
Yeah.
seemingly disappeared and reappeared in front of Ichigo, him bringing his blades downwards towards them. Ow. The woman, the man, and Chad himself thought that was it. Ichigo couldn't possibly be strong or fast enough to block that attack. See, this author is now having the reverse problem. Before he was like, Ichigo 20 times in one sentence. And now he's like, oh, the man, the woman. When there's like 3 men. And yeah, I guess you don't really need to say the woman's name. But in this situation, you would not be using the woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially because another big problem here is, again, like, I feel like they're like, oh wow, I said Ichigo like every other sentence last time. I should probably not do
And while I
that. And then,
understand that the names were not given in this story yet, in canon, I'm pretty sure all the captains introduced themselves, like,
yeah, no,
before they
it,
fight.
it, yeah, no, because Kyoraku certainly, because he has his lieutenant throwing flower petals for him.
Oh yeah, I remember, yeah.
And she gives him an earful. Like, why the hell are you wasting my time with this?
Yeah. So when
This
Ichigo
is
managed
such a waste of my time.
to bring his blade up and block the man's attack with extreme ease, even though he was carrying Chad, it was safe to say that everyone was gobsmacked. The man was so shocked. Need a period there. Your sentence is running on quite significantly. That entire paragraph is one sentence. That is a run-on sentence. The man was so shocked he didn't react in time when Ichigo kicked outwards with his foot, causing the man to gasp and jump back. The silence was deafening whilst the man and the woman took a second to catch their bearings. One of the Ryokas had enough Ryatsu to block a captain's sealed blade.
Oh, okay.
Before anyone could say anything, Ichigo pointed his blade upwards and swung it down. Everyone expected him to swing it at the man, but Ichigo proved them wrong again when he pointed it at the woman at last second, and a huge amount of bright blue Ryatsu flew from his blade. The attack was so quick that the woman closed her eyes, preparing for the pain. However, she never felt it, as when she opened her eyes, the strange man had blocked the attack.
See, here's the thing. Right now, you could. This is not the time to be doing that because saying a strange man.
Yeah, see now, yeah, for a second there, I was like, is that Ichigo blocking his own attack?
Oh, hi, Ichigo. Why are you doing this shit? Yeah,
Ichigo's
no.
now fighting himself. 7D chess!
I mean, that'd actually be really entertaining to watch him just bounce Getsuga Tenshos back and forth, but
Boop, 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 boop.
Fucking
Getsuga
Pong.
Pong!
I could. We both knew where that was going.
uh,
Oh, God. Once he pushed the attack back, he attempted to see Ichigo and Chad, but both were surprised when they noticed that they had retreated from the battle.
oh no, they ran away. I want.
Whoa, that boy's pretty darn fast. I'll need to release just to catch up with him. The man turned around and smiled cheekily as he walked past his fuming lieutenant. Captain, why aren't you chasing after them? The captain turned to the woman and smiled. Well, Nano-chan, I see no
No,
reason to. Hmm?
Yeah,
no,
his name
no.
is Nanao.
I'm sure we'll see that guy again soon. Now come on, we need to go see Yamaji. And I feel like I need to ask him something rather important. With that, the captain continued onwards towards the first division. The now sighed as she rubbed her forehead in annoyance. Her captain could be so unprofessional at times. Ichigo ran. He ran fast. He ran real fast. Ichigo run faster.
See Ichigo run. Look how fast Ichigo runs. See him run.
Run, Ichigo, run. Anyway, he
Now,
ran as
okay,
fast as he ever.
now all I can picture is the scene where Rukia is telling Ichigo to run, but overlay that onto Forrest Gump.
Yeah, indeed.
Carry on.
He ran as fast as he ever had ran in his life. He couldn't afford the slightest second of slowing down, because every second he wasted was another second that his best friend came closer to death. He needed to get the Hanataro now because his friend wouldn't make it. Come on, I'm almost there. Just hold on, Chad. Kingy, stop panicking and calm yourself. I can't. I have to keep rushing. I'm not saying slow down. I'm saying think clearly, you moron. Take a second to sense where the Sandman and Sad Eyes are first. What do you mean? I'm heading straight in their direction. I know that, but can't you sense the other Ryatsu pressure is there? And they're right in front of the giant's only hope. Ichigo didn't know he could go any faster, but somewhere deep in his reserve of energy he found that extra speed. Run, Ichigo, run! That's another situation where there needs to be a fucking period there. Ichigo
Yes.
landed on the closest rooftop, and as soon as his foot touched the roof, he shot through the air like a bullet. To
Oh, good.
any
He's
Shinigami's
Superman
eye,
now.
yes, indeed, who wasn't a high-level Fukutacho or higher, didn't even see him pass by.
Okay, that's not. It's not how you do that in English.
Unfortunately, someone did, and a distinct sound of bells jingling seemed to follow where he went. Dun dun dun! Since
I think every time
Ichigo's...
Kenpachi starts following someone, there should just be the Jaws theme.
I was about to say. Since Ichigo's speed increased, he had at least double how fast he was previously going. He had made great time in making to his companions. So when he came up to them, he knew he couldn't waste time, so he sped towards them. He saw other person he sensed, and his eyes narrow. It was Redhead who took Rukia. Almost teleporting, Ichigo appeared in front of the pineapple-haired Shinigami, and without a word of warning manages to bring his fist straight into his face whilst keeping his friend stable on his shoulder. He expected the man he punched to stumble back. What he didn't expect was for the man to fly back and crash into the wall far behind, creating a huge impact within it. Not wasting a second, Ichigo turned to Hanataro and gently placed Chad on the ground in front of the man. "Hanataro, please heal Chad," he say. Hanataro, still shocked as Ichigo's sudden appearance, only managed to nod him as he lowered himself to his knees and started...
Are you just cutting out the lines on purpose at this point?
No! And started to emit a slight glow from his hands as he began to work on healing Ichigo's friend. The orange-haired fellow sighs in slight relief in knowing that his friend was at least being treated for his wounds now, but he still had a big problem in form of a red pineapple.
A red pineapple. Oh my god. Also, I just want to point out later on, you bashed hard. I'm not sure if y'all didn't want to write bastard or didn't know what they're doing. Anyway, yeah.
I don't think this author knows how to English.
If you're a student, if you're an American, then you're just another victim of our terrible school system.
If you're not, try harder.
Well, let's be honest. Any native speaker of English is a victim, anyways.
Oh,
Zing.
no
Fuck this
child left
language.
behind.
Communication was a mistake.
I was gonna say burning our own language. Good job there.
Communication was a mistake.
Yes, clearly we should have just stuck with ancient hieroglyphics and miming.
No, Sneaky. All communication was a mistake.
Ah. So where do we go from there then?
I don't know.
Just end the stream then?
Here's a mistake. Mighty Number 9 and Azure Striker Gunvolt are getting a crossover on the Switch for some reason. Because I totally wanted to see more of Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, so many people
Definitely.
definitely wanted more Mighty Number 9. That was so popular and enjoyable.
Save for like 3 stages and the constant crashes and memory leak issues on PC. Could have been a solid game if they could have fixed those.
And poor character design and
No, character design
trash plot.
was I think there was one unique character design. Everyone else was basically just lifted straight off of the old Mega Man.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think the one unique design was the sniper guy.
Oh, actually no, he'd be two. There
That
were
was
two.
Gunman.
There was the Bumblebee girl and Sniper Man, who, by the way, voiced by Steve Blum.
Really?
Yes.
No.
I was like, why does his voice sound familiar? Oh, it's just Tom. Hi, Tom. Stop shooting me. That's rude.
Tom Cease.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's basically just using his Tom voice.
Ichigo, Ganju, please make sure that Hanataro is taken care of whilst he heals Chad. I'll make sure nothing gets in his or your way. Just keep him safe. Ganju.
Hold on a minute. Hey, I need you to keep him safe while he gets healed. Don't worry, I'll be guarding you the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just go over here and play with some fireworks then.
I'll just sit in this corner and jack off then. Ganju nods as he unsheaths his short blade and begins to guard over the healing Shinigami. Ichigo turns back to the man he essentially punched through a wall and is surprised to see the man with an incredibly bruised face. So bruised, in fact, that one of his eyes was closed shut due to instant swelling. It was another reminder that Ichigo was ridiculously stronger than he was before he had first met Zangetsu. You bastard! I think he's trying to add a lisp to it. Except he doesn't continue with the lisp for everything else.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? All you've done is ruin Rukia's life. Don't you know that? The bruised man's voice was shaky. Yet, honestly, you don't need to start a new paragraph when you're continuing with narration. That just breaks up the flow of the story. But whatever. Was shaky when he had developed a peculiar speech impediment that you didn't show. Most likely caused from some of his teeth being broken from Ichigo's sudden punch. If that was the case, then he would be bleeding significantly. The red-haired man shakily unsheathes his blade and points it towards the orange carrot top. Ichigo snorts. Stand down, you idiot. You can't even see right, and your whole body is shaking from the shock of my punch. Ichigo hadn't bothered to bring Zangetsu over his shoulder. He already knew that Renji had no chance in winning, but if he decided to start a fight. I'm not gonna fight you, but I am gonna ask you something. The man seemed to pause, and his one-eyed glare at Ichigo at this. If you care so much about Rukia... Oh, this is Ichigo still. See, this is what I'm fucking talking about. He started a new paragraph and had someone say something, and then didn't mention Ichigo in the new paragraph at all. But Ichigo is still talking. But he has someone else reacting to it. Now, if he had kept that all as one paragraph, I would have been like, oh, Ichigo is still talking, the other guy's reacting to it. I thought the other guy was now talking. I was like, that's what? What the fuck? No. If you care so much about Rukia, then why the hell aren't you trying to save her yourself? Shut up, don't pretend you understand anything. Ichigo softens his glare. Then explain it to me then. I
always love that. You shut up.
Yeah, you're dumb. Then explain it to me then. But I know I'm going to save Rukia no matter what, or no matter who I have to beat into the ground. It looked like Renji was going to speak, but was interrupted by a strange pink-haired kid kicked him in the face, knocking the pineapple out. What? Strange
That's not
pink-haired kid.
English. That is not English.
Ichigo just stared. What the hell just happened there? Zangetsu, I'm not hallucinating, am I? No, Kingy. No, you're not. So I am correct in seeing a grown man getting drop-kicked into unconsciousness by what looks like a toddler. Yes, Kingy. Yes, you did. Blah, blah, blah. So you're the one of them Ryoku we talked about in the captain's meeting, eh?
I'm sorry. Did he actually call it a Ryoku? Sneaky, where did you get you from an A?
Fuck off, Max.
No, it's a legitimate question.
I really want to know.
Even though Ichigo hadn't seen this person, the person that the voice was connected to, he already knew he was going to hate the person. Turning behind him, he saw the most intimidating person in the Soul Realm standing behind his companions, his sword dangling threateningly close to Hanataro and Chad.
You there, Sneaky?
Did we
Yeah,
lose
I'm
Sneaky?
just snorting.
Ah,
If I can
gotta get you
fucking find it.
fixed. I understand.
There we go. It's really hard to talk with the stuffy nose.
Hmm. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
Yep. We'll finish this fight and call it a day. Because this is the part everyone wanted to see.
So just like the actual show, we're gonna cliffhanger you.
Yep, and never come back to it. Because I'm already tired of this story. Ichigo saw nothing but red as his friends being threatened so casually like that. Dashing forward, Ichigo either ignored or didn't notice the bright blue Ryatsu glowing around him. He grabbed the obvious Captain Shinigami by the face and threw him instantly over his shoulder with all his strength. A resounding crash and boom was a noise that signaled the man's landing. Ichigo took a deep breath to calm himself. Anger brings nothing but stupid mistakes and dangerous actions. Oh boy, fucking Zenyatta Ichigo here.
I'm sorry. I decided to skip to the end of the chapter. This ends on a great fucking question. Just a great statement.
Alright, then
Or it-
I'll skip down there as well. You okay, Hanataru? Ganju? The two men in question, their jaws practically touched the ground. Haha, that was great. I know just that this fight will be a freaking blast. Ichigo slowly turned to the tallest man he had ever seen, sighed when the little kid from before hopped onto the man's shoulders. Damn it, can't anyone in this blasted place not have a stupid ass quirk? Wait, what was Baldy's and Pineapple's quirks? Well, Ikaku's head was so well waxed that I could see my reflection in the guy's head, and Benji's hair is red and shaped like a pineapple.
I wouldn't call those quirks.
I don't know. I would think waxing your bald head would be a quirk.
I mean,
just had to go there.
Yeah. The small child on the giant's shoulder spoke. Aha! Ken-chan's found a friend. What's your name, Orange? Ichigo ignored the insult to his hair because it was just a kid, and he answered. Fuck you, author slash Ichigo! You've literally been referring to people by their hair color this entire fucking time. You can't be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to ignore that insult. Like, that's if like I went around and was like, oh man, all these people are fucking assholes. Oh man, you're all assholes. You're assholes, all of you. You're an asshole. How could you say that to me? Fuck you! I'm gonna ignore you from now on.
Sneaky, there are people like that, though.
Yeah, I know, and I want to shoot them.
Always jumping to the extremes with you.
Hey,
It's
man.
not his fault. He's from Detroit.
Oh, well.
On with the story.
Yep. The name's Ichigo Kurosaki. What's yours? The small girl exploded in happiness as she hopped from Ken-chan's shoulder and landed on his and hugged the side of his head viciously. No explanation to this? Just...
He just had one of the most dangerous people. Fine. Leave us. Go eat. Enjoy your dinner.
I'm being told by my family to be part of the family.
Well, fuck your family.
I don't want to be part of the family.
You've been part of the family for 22 years. You can have a break from them.
Oh God, don't I wish. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Ichigo heard his blade laughing his ass off through his mind.
I don't think Spaghetti would be laughing if he knew that one of the strongest and most terrifying Shinigami in history just casually landed on his user's shoulder like that.
Yeah, probably not, no. Alright, Yachiro, that's enough. I want to fight him. Okay, Ken-chan. Yachiro gave one last hug, then jumped back onto the big man's shoulder. All Ichigo could do was stare in bewilderment. I'm still in enemy territory, right? Last time I checked, King. Why? Just wondering why she hugged me is all. Yeah, that is a mystery. Hey, Ichigo, this better not be a Yachiro-Ichigo pairing.
Probably not.
Ichigo, fight me! Ichigo shook his head to clear it and leveled a glare at the man. No, go away, you madman! What? What?
That is the greatest reaction I've seen in a Bleach fic. To Kenpachi like, fight me! No, go
fuck
away!
off!
I feel like Kenpachi in this situation would just, he wouldn't frown, he'd just be like, are you sure?
I don't know, I think you just attacked them instead then.
Oh hey, you want to hear a funny joke? Payday 2 is free. Fuck that game.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Well then, what will it take for you... Wait, what? The man frowned slightly as Yachiro pouted cutely on his shoulder. Well then, what will it take you to fight me? Ow. Ichigo had to do a double take. Was this man offering him something just to fight him? Are you serious? The man grinned sadistically and nodded. Well, let's start with your names and why you want to fight me.
I don't think I'd call Kenpachi a sadistic man. I don't think he's capable of grinning like that.
No, he's definitely not a sadistic man. He's definitely just a psychopath. No sadism there. He's just a battle-hungry psychopath.
Actually, wouldn't he be a sociopath? Well, I mean, it's just, like, he's very well aware of the rules of society and, for the most part, does follow them. Partially because it'd be more... it's more trouble than it's worth most of the time.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, is, like... I believe Dexter was a psychopath. You know, the show Dexter?
I've heard of the show. Never watched it, but I've heard of it.
I believe Dexter was a psychopath. Let's see. Traits as a psychopath. Psychopaths tend to be born, while sociopaths tend to be made. That's not to say psychopaths or sociopaths cannot be made/born. However, psychopaths typically are born, while sociopaths are typically made. Psychopaths can be found through brain chemistry and size in relation to emotional regulation and impulse control. Psychopaths in general have a hard time forming emotional attachments. Instead, they form shallow relationships designed to be manipulated in a way that benefits the psychopath. People are seen as pawns. They don't feel guilt for any of their behavior, no matter how much it hurts others. Psychopaths can often be seen as charming and trustworthy. Some even have families and seemingly lovingly relationships. While they tend to be well educated, they may have also learned a great deal on their own. Psychopath engages in criminal behavior. They tend to do so in a way that minimizes the risk themselves. They'll carefully plan that criminal activity to make sure they don't get caught. Yes, I was right. Popular pop culture examples: Dexter, Anton in No Country for Old Men, and Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. Traits of a sociopath: impulsive and erratic in their behavior, difficulty forming attachments, able to form attachments to like-minded people or persons. Unlike psychopaths, they are unable to hold down long-term jobs or present a normal front to the world. When a sociopath engages in criminal behavior, they do so in an impulsive and unplanned manner with little regard for risks or consequences. They may become agitated and angered easily, sometimes resulting in violent outbursts. Popular examples is the Joker in Dark Knight, JD in Heathers, and Alex DeLarge in Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
So I guess I would say,
Heroic comedic sociopath TV tropes.
is that what
Kurotsuchi and Kenpachi are both considered to be of
sociopaths?
this
Okay.
trope.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say he sounds a lot more like a sociopath.
Uh, Alright then. Thank you, TV tropes. I don't know why I go to you.
I mean, it's useful. And now we know. I don't know why we needed to know, but now we know. And now you know. Everyone has learned something today. Kenpachi Zaraki, Taicho of 11th Division. Little Brad is Yachiro Kusajishi. Yachiro Kusajishi? Whatever.
Hang on. What?
I want to fight you because you
Yachiro
beat Akaku in
Kusajishi.
3 hits. That means you're
He's
strong.
awkward.
I want to see if that's true, so fight me. Ichiro swatted Kenpachi's head when he called her a brat, but smiled happily at his decoration. Yay, Ken-chan and Berry-chan are gonna fight. These people were mad. I'll fight you for one more thing. Yes, yes, hurry up and say it, then we'll fight. When I win, I want you to join our side in saving Rukia Kuchiki. Oh, I'm gonna love this fight. Sure, kid. If you give me a decent fight, I'll help you. Let's fight already. He's the strongest Taicho. So what you're saying is if I can beat him, I can beat anyone else. I'm saying you can't win. Don't worry, I'll beat this guy and we'll get his help. What could go wrong? I want to enjoy this fight. Please hold on for 1 second. The Captain Sayori looked at Kenpachi and smiled slightly. For some reason, felt dread. simply to make sure no one dies. Oh yes, it's the captain of 4th. I'm assuming you are the Ryoka named Kurosaki Ichigo. My name is Unohana Retsu. 4 squad, please, I beg you, check on my friends. I'm trying to stabilize him, but I'd like to make sure he's okay. Because your squad's the medic squad, and the medic is to heal any injured person, be it friend or foe. I help out a medical clinic in my spare time. Unohana nods pleasantly and walks over to her companions. Ganju takes a step back. For God's sake, can we fight now? Kenpachi grins happily as he brings down his jagged blade. Ichigo waits for the last moment before using his arm to push away the blade. Then palm strike on Kenpachi. Laughter from said Taicho was unsurprising as he charged from the hole it created. Ichigo frowned. He pushed it and severely pushed away the Taicho's blade and arm once again. Instead of attacking with his hand, Ichigo quickly brought Zangetsu over his shoulder in a devastating downward slash. Onlookers were shocked into disbelief. This strange Ryoka had managed to cut the so-called invincible Taicho. Unohana's opened slightly from the near closed state after deeming Chad fully healed. Ichigo is curious. He risks his life to save one person. Ichigo Kurosaki, what do you fight for? Laughter. Kenpachi stumbling back. What is this guy? Calm down. Uses uncaring of his health against him. Ichigo nods shakily. This is awesome. It's been so long since I've cut. Took off his eye patch. This is great. You're one strange guy. A yellow unstable Ryatsu breaks forth and creates a huge pillar. I need to take this someplace else. With Chad being healed, he won't survive the pressure. I hear that. Let's take him away now. Kenpachi appears in front of him. Ichigo jumps backwards. Damn it, he's fast. I was on him in seconds. Bringing his sword across, Ichigo hopped upwards and twisted his body to avoid the blade while also bringing down his own blade on Kenpachi's spiky head. He expected Kenpachi to jump back. Tilted his head to the side and allowed the blade to strike his neck. What surprised Ichigo was his blade simply bouncing off. And he needed Kenpachi to follow him. You might have had a chance against Kenpachi, but anyone else, you're gonna be fucked. How do I beat something? God damn it, Ichigo, listen. Will you calm down? I refuse to be used by chicken shit. How dare you use the name Ichigo Kurosaki? What do you mean? The name was given to someone who was brave and didn't become a coward at the first sign of danger. How could you admit death so easily? You're gonna give up? You're just gonna give up? You're gonna give up? Are you a coward? Thank you. What are you thanking me for? How could I give up? You're right. I'm never fighting alone. You're always fighting by my side. Of course I am. I thought of something special. You always talked about me fighting with beside you, with what I just taught you. That ideal will become a reality. See you soon. Zangetsu waves his arm in a goodbye motion. Couldn't help but wave back now that he knew he wasn't fighting alone. Ichigo closed his eyes as he thought of all this, and the mad bastard was going down. Become strong, protect them from me. Somewhere in that lonely world was a beast that was getting stronger. It looked up for no reason, continued to stare. It had a lot to think about. Oh, good, so the hollow is getting contemplative. Lovely.
Yep, that's what this store needed.
Ichigo turns to the source of the voice to see the crazy Taicho standing not so far behind him. Ichigo didn't feel any fear. Done running. I wasn't running. My friends couldn't handle your large Ryatsu, so I simply decided to move. Whatever you say. Kenpachi dashed forward with his blade. Ichigo hops up and makes the same attack. Kenpachi tilts his neck, expecting the blade to repeat his performance, but is generally surprised when the blade cuts deep into the side of his neck, then viciously is yanked out, causing as much damage as possible. The blood splurts everywhere, and Zangetsu is covered with it. Ichigo smirks. You fight alone, don't you? Your blade doesn't respond to you, does it? Allow me to show you what working with your partner can do. With that, Ichigo lets one of his hands. With that, Ichigo lets one of his hands let go of Zangetsu's handle, whilst the other lowers Zangetsu slightly. Hey, what are you doing? If you think you've beaten me that easily, you're an idiot. Heh, I'm not stopping. I'm simply accepting my partner's help is all. Kenpachi's eyes widen as he prepares his next attack. He begins to charge his body with the raging Ryatsu surrounding him, and it explodes around him in a yellowish vortex. His power was incredible, and only a few people would be able to stand up to this kind of power. Ichigo wasn't afraid, though. He wasn't even intimidated because he wasn't. Oh no.
Starting to figure it out, right? Right.
Does he seriously summon Zangetsu? Really? This is where
Oh,
we're
no,
going
no,
with it already?
no. Keep reading. Keep reading, because there's something that happens
This is my blade, my personal version of me. The power I gave you allows you to call forth that version in battle, doubling your power.
that is bullshit.
When was it that like his power was that post Aizen where his power was so large that he like had to split it off into a second blade or something?
Um,
Oh, that was
it
post
it
Aizen, right?
it was post Fullbring, in fact, I think when he got the training in the Soul Palace with Squad Zero, it was it was discovered that he he had a second blade as a reflection of his Quincy powers as well, I think.
Yeah,
So
something
that
like
his
that.
Zanpakuto Toe actually had a second blade to go with it.
Yeah. It's okay. Like, but these things are fucking butcher blades, you know? Like they aren't small. I don't know how he thinks he's gonna dual wield this shit, you know? It's just
I'm gonna dual. So you see this blade of mine? Yeah, I'm gonna dual wield another one the same size as it. Are you stupid? Like,
no chance he
keeping in
could
mind,
lose with
the
that.
second one he gets in the manga is like a slightly longer than average dagger because you can't dual wield blades of that size.
Yeah. I haven't used as much power since her, and you're even better than her. Here's hoping. Shut your up, you idiot. If you fight alone, you'll never beat me. Are you using... Oh, what are you, weak? Are you using someone else's power? It's not weakness, it's power gained from my partner. I intend to prove that to you. After I beat you, you're on my side. Whatever, just attack me. They charge at each other. Getsuga, but Kahutsa, whatever. Moonfang explosion. Ichigo's attack connected with Kenpachi first, then both of Ichigo's blades instantly followed by adding another attack behind the new one. Getsuga Tensho. Both of these deadly attacks hit Kenpachi full force and was followed up by Ichigo bringing his blades downward across what he assumed Kenpachi would be, smoke clouding his vision. However, the sound of blades meeting flesh confirmed his suspicions. His whole body was covered in foot deep scars. Foot deep scars. Foot deep scar. Your arm is not a foot deep. The only thing that you could say maybe your head is foot deep, depending on the angle you're swinging at. But at that point, you're dead. There is not a single part on your body you can have a foot deep scar and still be alive. There's a reason why blades of over 7 inches are considered illegal. Because after, is it 3 or something? It's considered potentially lethal, and 5 is, lethal, period. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Say for very specific parts of the human body, yes.
So, fucking foot-deep scars, you're dead! Or if you're not dead, you're missing whatever the foot-deep fucking scar was on. Kenpachi fell onto Ichigo's shoulder. I guess you beat me, kid, but I don't think I'm going to be much help to you, to be honest.
I'm back.
You missed the foot-deep scars!
What? Are you two not done yet?
No.
Oh, we're not.
We just got to the part where Ichigo pulls out another Zangetsu and then proceeds to dual-wield butcher knives and then proceeds to give Kenpachi foot-deep scars.
Hold on. Hold on. I have to catch up. Line break. My blade didn't cut.
Good. Sneaky.
Hmm.
Defiantly better than her.
Oh, yes.
I love when people misspell definitely as defiantly.
Yeah.
Because it's so hilarious.
It just fucks the whole thing
Did
up.
you guys go to a new chapter? Or where the hell is
No.
this? You know what? I don't
Still
care.
End of Kenpachi fight.
Alright, let's just keep
Can't
going.
move my body at all. That's okay. Unohana will heal you. I want to fight again soon after I save Rukia. Okay. Best wielder I ever had. Now give me back my sword already. No problem. Thank you, moron. Why aren't we moving yet? Yeah, about that. I kind of maybe possibly used up most of my Ryatsu with the new attack I just invented. I probably put a bit too much into it and can't actually move.
Hold up. I just invented. Yeah, so I just made up a new attack. That's not how that works.
Oh no, it totally is.
The
'Cause
two
he
warriors
just put even more Ryatsu into it and then made it explosive.
Yep. The two warriors just stood there, the larger leaning on the smaller, neither able to move just yet. But one thing still needed to be said, and it was of great importance. Can you stop bleeding on me?
No, that's not what needed to be said.
No, I'm done with this story.
Is this the chapter that finally broke you?
No, it's not the chapter that finally broke me. It's just not interesting enough to keep going. I wanted to see the Kenpachi fight.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying though. Again, it's not a problem with what the author did. It's a problem with the power creep. The author made the power creep.
Well, no, it's not even the power creep. It's just I just don't like how he's going about the story. I read plenty of power creep stories because I always enjoy them as a sort of a cracky break from the serious stories that I read, right? And I don't have a problem with power creep. My problem is he's like, oh, the Hollow is becoming contemplative, and the Quincy's part of his soul's being mysterious, and now he's doubling his power by wielding 2 big-ass swords. That's not how that works.
Well, on the upside, the Quincy part of his powers hasn't changed much. Actually, he's still kind of an asshole who's super vague.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's just like... I don't like what he promised things would be different, and all I'm getting is Ichigo, but this time he's stronger. There's dozens, there's hundreds of Ichigo, but this time he's stronger stories out there.
Yeah, I think what's annoying is that because we know what happened way after when this chapter was published here. We know that Kenpachi had a hell of a lot more in the tank, even at this point in the story.
Mm-hmm.
And again, then the Quincy arc happens oh, Okay, like, casual.
But
By the
no, I
way,
thought
Unohana was the
Kenpachi was
original
that strong
Kenpachi.
in the Quincy arc because he was beaten by Ichigo, and he was like, "Oh, I have to actually train."
No, when you go through the Arankar arc and he fights the Mantis dude, it's revealed not even stronger than this. And then him and Byakuya working together to beat Yami, who was the actual strongest Rankar, and
Yeah, yeah.
oh, they're not even paying attention to him. They're beating him out of spite for each other.
Mhm, mhm.
And then we get past that, and it's like, oh, Kenpachi's hit sort of a wall. Why is that?
Turns
And
out because he's
you get
just
the
been
whole,
beating up his sword this entire time.
and we get the whole reveal of, you know, he got the name Kenpachi, but he never inherited the proper title
Mhm.
because Unohana wasn't satisfied with what he was capable of at the time.
Mhm.
Oh, that was a hell of a reveal. Unohana was the Kenpachi
Oh
before
yes,
this one.
Unohana was the Kenpachi the whole time.
And then you're
I
just
was
like,
gonna say,
oh, that
I mean, that,
explains why
here's the
even
thing.
the captain of the first squad was terrified of her. Because
That's
she
the thing.
was the
I never
strongest
understood.
one for a
What's the
time.
what? Yeah, what was the title of Kenpachi? Was that just like, hey, this is the strongest person there?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Kenpachi was given to the strongest person and was made captain of Squad 11, and then Unohana stepped down, but he never got the proper title, just the
Right, I
name.
remember because then she went and she's like, you know what? I want to run the heal squad now.
Yep. And then she's like, all right, I'm going to do the only thing I know to help you properly use your Zanpakuto. We're going to beat the shit out of each other, and you're not leaving until I kill me. So start figuring it out, bucko.
Mhm. Mhm. Figure it out quicker.
All right, is that the end of the stream?
I suppose that is indeed the end of the stream. Well
All
then,
right.
thank you folks for joining us once again for Fanfiction Mock Theater 9000, hosted by me, Sneaky Devil, joined
Ugh.
by Atin and Maxforce. As always, check out our YouTube channel if you want to see us not post videos there. But, however, YouTube does archive all of our videos if you want to see past episodes, or slash podcasts, or whatever the fuck you want to call this.
Why? I don't know, but hey.
And if you want to join us live in the future, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time, every Tuesday and every Friday. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.